So, welcome to the first video on Alan's Korean hornbeam. The window of opportunity to hard prune the Korean hornbeam is dwindling fast. So first is the same approach as I will with all the trees, is going to be thoroughly weed and investigate the soil. And then we can have a look at any other significant features of the tree that might need addressing. I'm going to clean up this pot as well whilst we're here. And then I have an idea already about what I want to do with this tree. So this is a tree that Alan said he has never really known what to do with. It has so much potential, but it's so confused. It's a very confused tree. We have some old wounds that are struggling to heal over. We've got this humongous chop as well, which I think, one of these years, once I know the trees a bit better, we're gonna have to carve that out, aren't we? And we've got evidence of old, thicker branches that have obviously snapped off and died. And then we've got lots of advantageous buds. Alan's main problem with this tree was this element. It's quite ugly. It's quite interesting, I would say. So really the thing is why mess around with it? Why not just bite the bullet and go for it? So if I was to pop this here, can you imagine a tree starting from there? Yeah, it seems to starts to seem to make more sense. There will be some people that are going to say, to not air layer this top is a waste of good material. And to those people I say, here's what I'm thinking. So yes, I can air layer this and get another tree, but do I need to? No. If I don't prune this back hard and get the tree back onto the track that I want it to be on, then I have to hard prune the structure for the tree and then let this grow out. It's going to just sap all of the energy again and continue to do that until eventually one day I make the choice to cut the top, which I know I'm going to have to do one day anyway because this isn't a very good design. So I'll play it conservative. I won't cut it down as far as I just showed you. So we're gonna cut it about here, which is quite a big change to the tree. So this is quite difficult for me to do. I wanted to cut it here, but I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it probably about here instead. They say fortune favors the bold, right? Well, look at that and tell me that it doesn't look at least a little bit more like bonsai, right? Next stage will be to strip the remaining leaves off and then look at the leftover structure. Don't you love a time lapse? Makes everything look so easy, doesn't it? So we've taken that off. I think you'll agree it's the right call for the tree. I'm actually gonna clean up the bottom edge of this and stick it in the greenhouse and just hope for the best. I spoke to Ed at Devon Bonsai when I bought one of the little starter Korean hornbeams for my birthday, which I've just given to Dan, by the way, of Bonsai Project Kerno. I gave him the tree because Alan's given me this tree and I wanted to just carry on the good vibes. So that's what we've done. that is going to get the cambium layer cut and then stuck into a pot with some rooting powder and put in the greenhouse for the winter. Probably won't take, but you don't know unless you try. So now we're left with this. And I don't want to shock the tree too much further. My number one main concern is going to be healing this chop up here. When I'm cleaning up a wound like this, I will use a sharp sort of scalpel style knife, or Stanley sort of blade works fine. And I'm just cleaning up this edge. And I'm just going to do that all the way around. Interestingly, Ryan Neal's literally just done a video on Korean Hornbeam. I haven't even watched all of it yet, so I can't even say that this work is inspired by that, because I got about 12 minutes into the video before I fell asleep, because I've got a young family. So I will just generously offer up the cut putty to the wound site. Hopefully we're in focus here still. I have done that before. And I just smush it. The cut putty that I use is actually the first generation of the Nature Guys cut putty. Our boy Dorian, he has his own cut putty empire, shall we say. He is doing his own cut putty now, which you can buy from his website. I'll put a link in the description. Not sponsored. I have been using it now for about 2 or 3 years. I've been using Dorian's cut putty, and this is from the YouTube video that he actually made on it. So yeah, love that guy, such a good dude. So now I've got you down here, I'm just going to, I figured we may as well do it together. So where we've got loads of these coming out, I figured this is actually probably the strongest, and therefore I should do that. But if you look at where it emanates from, it's right at the top of this cluster. So we're going to get in there and remove that one. I'm also, whilst I'm here, I'm just going to clean up this dead stub. That's like a volatile projectile, that is absolutely lethal. There we are. That is now into live wood. So moving on, we've got that one we can get rid of. These two can be wired out in quite a nice position. These two kind of laying on top, so we can easily get rid of this one in here. Don't need that. This one's facing complete wrong way. Advantageous little bugger. Well, these two, we've got two laying on top. Don't like that one. So I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do it now. Now I may come in here and go, in a year's time I might wonder, why did I leave 4 coming from one side? But I can make that decision later. I can't put the branches back on, so I'm going to leave those for now. So this side, we've got this lovely branch which is doing really, really well, and we're going to leave that the hell alone. Just nick off the end of it. Up here, this is a nice branch. That could be wired up or down, but that just needs to be taken back vigorously. So take that one right back. Now, this is where we're starting to get very busy. So I've raised you up a bit so that hopefully you can see where we're just starting to get quite crowded and quite busy in around this. It's hard for me to even know what to go for. But we can just move little suckers and advantageous stuff. This is nice, I want to keep this, but I'm going to cut it right back, and that should be wired down. Some of this is actually dead, so remove anything that's dead. That one, dead. These two, fine. That one behind it, dead. This one, that's alive. Okay, don't pull on that too hard. So now you see, I like this movement in some of these branches, but they're just kind of oddly placed. So we'll cut them back to try and make life a little bit easier. This one as well, I'm just going to cut it back to the first healthy buds. This one, I just said I'm going to keep that. 2 kind of coming out of there, so we'll just keep the 1. Get rid of that. Lovely. And this one, we'll keep these 2 chopped right back as well. And so we're left with this, and I'm just going to pop some wire on that. Okay, so don't hate me, let me explain. Rookie mistake here in that I wired this little branch thinking that that would fix what I had in my head, but it totally wasn't, and I needed to do this. So I did the little wire, then the big wire. Not the right way to do it. And this is obviously this new, you know, sacrificial leader that's gonna, you know, help our taper in the future. It doesn't need to be that shape specifically, but I just wanted to, you know, create a bit of 3D to the tree. It probably doesn't need to be, but we'll see again. I just wanted to create the first bit of work to this tree. It's a tree that makes me quite nervous in a way. It's a tree that makes me quite excited. I get really excited by this tree, and you'll see now where I'm going with this. I need to really build these lower branches out. They need to really pick up the pace and elongate like crazy all of next year. Probably no pruning on the lower branches next season. Did add a little bit of wire here to this one just so that I could. In reality, these all need repositioning and wiring too, but I don't think I want to do that right now. Like I said, this will be going in a pot in my greenhouse thing and possibly root. And this is new look at the tree. I hope I've explained what I've done well. Briefly, we're keeping some more than we need of these lower branches on this left side to elongate and thicken up and create our first branches. We've now got a much shorter, compact apex, a more believable image and taper. We have a new sacrifice branch that's going to help us to, you know, carry on the tree if we need to in the future. And yeah, basically just tidying up and starting this tree on its path. I'm really keen to repot this in the spring and get a look at the roots, because this tree dries up incredibly quickly compared to any other tree that I have at the moment. So yeah, I kind of want to have a good look at the roots, and yeah, really exciting tree. So that is episode 1 for the Korean Hornbeam from Alan. This is a truly wild tree, and I'm absolutely in awe of this thing and very excited to work on it in the future. In order to get those updates and to see this thing be repotted in the spring, don't forget to press that subscribe button so that you can see those videos when they come out. Subscribing costs absolutely nothing, and it just helps my channel to be shown to more people and to, you know, spread the bonsai love to everyone out there. Alan, I hope that's all right. I hope you're not wincing too bad at what I've done to your poor tree, but it has some direction now, and yeah, I absolutely love this thing. Wherever you are in the world, make sure you take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye. If you enjoy the videos and you'd like to support the channel, please consider following the links in the description. Here you'll find links to the Amazon wishlist. This is the best way to help the channel. Alternatively, you can buy these t-shirts. Please email or DM me to find out how you can get those. Lastly, the easiest way to help support the channel is drop a like on this video and please press the subscribe button. That would mean the world to me. Thank you so much.